Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Justin Newcomb, the head football coach at Sterling Heights Stevenson. How's it going?
Good, Case. Thanks for having me on, man. Excited to be here.
All right, so let's talk about how practice has been going. I know we are a couple of days away from the scrimmage, and just I believe at time of recording, 8 days away until game day. So
Yeah, we're
that should
excited.
be that should be exciting. So just where do you think you're at right now?
Yeah, practice has gone really well. Had a good couple of weeks here, and we got our scrimmage tomorrow against Oxford. And it's that time of season where you're just excited about hitting somebody in a different color jersey. Guys have spent a lot of time together. We still do two-a-day practices, and yesterday was our last two-a-day. So we'll have a shortened walkthrough today, followed by a team pool party, and the kids will do some coaches skits this afternoon. And then tomorrow we're going against another team in Oxford and a good quality program. So it'll be a fun few days.
Absolutely. All right, now it's time to talk about your favorite thing. Well, all coaches' favorite thing, I should say, the returning players and the and all the guys on your team. So let's start with the skill positions and go from there.
Sure. So in the skill positions, we talk about our quarterback. Excited to have our quarterback back. He started last year for us as a freshman. Andrew Knight. He's going into his sophomore year, and excited to see what he can do. He's had a really good offseason, worked incredibly hard at his game, and I think a big difference in last year and this year is just his overall command of the offense. He knows it a lot more. He has trust and conviction in his decisions, and I'm excited to see what he can do. He's got an innate ability to keep the play alive, extend plays, and create things with his legs. So we're excited to have Andrew. On the outside, receiver-wise, we have a senior, Ahmed Alawasi. We call him Peanut. He's just a little guy, but, man, he's got the heart of a lion. He's been offered to play college football, and he's going to come here and play a little slot receiver, and we're just he plays the game the way it should be played, and plays tough. He's physical, makes catches in traffic, and excited for the year that he's going to have. Alex DeLore, a senior running back, worked incredibly hard. He ran track this spring. Never ran track before, but ran this year to help his legs and to get in shape for football, got him faster. And he's one of the strongest kids on the team and one of the fastest kids on the team. And Alex DeLore will be a name to look out for. So that's exciting to have those two duos with a quarterback, running back like that. On the outside for receivers, we got a sophomore, Ronnie Hill Jr. And Ronnie is a big kid, nice frame. He does a really nice job of going up to catch the ball. He had a tough break last year in a 7-on-7. He injured his knee as a freshman, and he would have been playing with us, but he sustained an injury and had to miss the year. So talking about somebody who's hungry to get back on the field, that's Ronnie. And then we got Ahmed Harhor, who another captain for us. This kid's been a 3-year starter for us on the varsity, played some really big games for us going back to his sophomore year when we made our run in the state Final Four. And he's been really good for us, making a transition, not only playing DB, but playing receiver. And great kid. We can't ever have too many of those. So on the offensive side, skilled guys, excited for that.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the offensive and defensive line.
Yeah, defensive and offensive line. We'll start with the offensive line. Kelvy Sela, big kid, 6'5", 340, 3-year varsity guy. He'll be back to kind of anchor our offensive line. And you wouldn't think it, Casey, but he's got tremendous feet. The kid can move really well. And our defensive coaches have taken notice of that. And you might see him in a couple of packages where he's playing defensive line a little bit also. Fadi Mika, returning offensive lineman for us. Fadi's a strong kid at the point of attack, and it's nice to have him back on that side of the ball. Neil Wardia, another returning senior. Neil Wardia started last year for us. I think we're going to get a little more two-way play out of Neil. Neil plays defensive end, also plays tackle, can slide in and kick down and play a guard if we need to. But athletic kid, strong kid, and tough kid. Linebacker-wise, Caden Bollinger. Caden Bollinger is the heartbeat of our defense. He makes all the calls. all the checks, and tough physical kid. And to give you an idea about Caden, Caden's coming in just planning on playing linebacker, and we just noticed the kind of athlete that he is. And gosh, he's a prototypical guard, just tough, physical, nasty. And so you might see him play a little bit of offensive line also. But that's Caden Bollinger. Excited to have Caden.
Yeah, let's talk about the linebackers and secondary.
Yeah, linebacker, Evan Watson, outside linebacker, and Ty Jenkins, outside linebacker. You talk about guys who every year as coaches, we wonder who's going to make that jump from junior year to senior year. Who's going to have that kind of mindset where it just clicks now? And those are two guys we're really excited about. Evan Watson started at wide receiver for us last year, and we moved him to the defensive side and outside linebacker, get an athletic kid. And I used him yesterday as an example. A tough kid. His knees were scraped up. He's got a cut on his elbow. He's got a cut on his finger. He's got his thumbs wrapped up, and he's out there making plays and chasing the ball down. And that's what it takes on that side to play with that type of physicality. And excited to see Evan. Ty Jenkins, just a great kid with Ty. He's a two-sport star. He's our ace pitcher of our baseball staff that had a really good year this year, won our division. And Ty's made the commitment to football with us too, and just to show other athletes it can be done. You can play two sports. It's okay. And Ty has done that. And another kid who's done a great job playing for us is Lucas Timbuck. Lucas Timbuck will be a safety for us and wide receiver. He's another 3-year varsity starter. And Lucas is a 3-sport athlete. He does basketball, and he's a heck of a golfer. Incredibly smart, 4.0 GPA kid. And Lucas is poised to have a really nice breakout year. And you mentioned running backs too, and got a sophomore running back and Jaden Alston, who kind of right now is our Swiss Army knife. He does a lot. He does a lot for us. Plays running back, plays our fullback, and split out play receiver. And just excited for the core that we got coming back. And he had a lot of good varsity experience last year as a freshman, getting some playing time with us.
Yep, for sure. All right. Now we've talked about one more thing, special teams.
Yeah, special teams. Pavel, we have a sophomore kicker, Pavel, who Casey, we went to Grand Valley State for a team camp, and we ended one of the sessions and we said, all right, Pavel, if you can make 1 out of 2 from 50 yards away, then we'll buy pizza tonight for the guys back in the dorm. And he misses the first one, and he comes back and strikes the next one, and the kids went nuts, and he got it. So excited to have Pavel. He's got a stronger leg and be a sophomore and a great weapon to have for 3 years. And Caden Bollinger will handle some of the punting duties, him and Lucas Timbuck, and really feel good about our kicking unit this year.
Absolutely. All right. Now we've talked about all the kids. Let's talk about the schedule. Opening up the season at Novi. And of course, that'll be on August 25th. August 31st at St. Clair Shores Lakeview. September 8th, home against Romeo. September 15th, home against Macomb, Dakota. September 22nd at Utica Eisenhower. September 29th, home against Chippewa Valley. October 6th at Anchor Bay. October 13th, home against Fraser. And finishing out the regular season, October 20th at Rochester Adams. So a pretty good schedule, always competitive in the MAC. Talk about just overall, what do you think about the schedule?
Yeah, that schedule excites me. I mean, gosh, you just think about playing in the red. We feel to be one of the top divisions in the state, and then to our bookends, opening it up with a program like Novi and closing it with a program like Rochester Adams, who, Adams 2 years ago in state championship game, and a heck of an athletes over there. And opening with Novi, you think what a well-coached football team. Coach Jim Sparks does an incredible job with his group. Led them to the playoffs last year, and they added a defensive coordinator, Gary Griffith, Hall of Fame coach from state of Michigan, and just excited for the matchup for our kids to put them in that environment to open the season has really helped us in our off-season conditioning program. And then we go through, and Lakeview's a tough team now. Lakeview runs the T, and Pat Threet does a great job with his program, and we had to beat them in overtime last year, and it took overtime to do it. Just does a great job. And then we jump right into our red play, opening up with Romeo. Then we go to the grind. So no rest for the weary here with this schedule. but that's why you play it, and that's why you get excited to play in this division, in this league.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about the scrimmage you have this week. Where are you heading?
We're heading to Oxford, going against Coach Zach Line and his Oxford Wildcats, and we bumped our scrimmage time up. We were going to go in the evening, but we decided to move it up to the morning just to avoid any impending weather, to make sure we get this scrimmage in.
Absolutely.
And Zach's a great guy and played in the NFL, and we use kind of an NFL format for the scrimmage. It's a joint practice, and just getting our kids used to doing some one-on-ones with another team and inside runs, 7-on-7, and then a couple of team scenarios that we're excited to play out.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Justin Newcomb, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck to you guys this year.
Yeah, Casey, thanks. All the best.